We didn't want to show all of our secrets on video. We got to be able to surprise you guys with something when we do our finished video, our kind of a wrap-up video. This is a barnwood. It comes in different colors, shades. It normally would come in a 4-foot section, but what we did is we cut them in 24-inch sections. That way we could get a lot more color on the wall. If we'd have did the 48-inch ones, like a big piece like this would be one color, big piece, and it's such a small wall, it was better to do them in 2-foot sections. So this is what we're doing. Now the first thing we did when we started this wall was Julie came in here and painted all the back of the wall black. Everything that we're going to put the wood on is painted black. That way, if there's any gaps, which you're going to see gaps, there's gaps because it's barnwood, you're going to see the gaps, and that allows not like a real, like a white or the cream color that it was painted, it's not going to shine through. So it kind of hides it for us. But I'd say the wall is turning out pretty good. So we're going to wrap this right around the corner, and Julie come up with this genius idea. How about we do a metal bed rail as a corner? And I thought that's pretty awesome. I think we'll do that. We can paint that any color we want, but it'll probably end up being black. But that bed rail would make a nice corner.
A rusty one would be even better, but...
You gonna clear coat it?
Well...
I can get you rusty one. I got them up in the barn.
Do you?
Yeah.
We'll look at them and see which we like better.
Yeah, so if we can get an old rusty one and we can just scuff it off a little bit and clear coat it, that's fine with me. I think we can do that.
Yep.
So we're going to continue going. We're going to wrap this right around the corner. Alright, so we have everything done underneath the bar. Now tomorrow we're going to tackle the pantry. So hopefully it turns out half as good as what the bar did. Alright, we're getting ready to put the barnwood on the outside of the pantry. Julie has got it all taped off there, just where we want painted black. So she's going to go ahead and put a coat of black on there. Just going to use a brush. Doesn't have to be great. Because
doesn't have to be pretty.
No, don't have to be pretty. It's just in case some of the boards are spaced out, you're not seeing the
yellow behind it.
Yeah, the yellow.
It'll be dark, so you won't notice the gaps as much.
All right, let's get going, Joel.
Okay.
Jolie got her painting clothes on.
Oh, always. Yeah, when you see these clothes, you know what I'm doing. Okay, here we go. Gotta be extra careful here. Don't want to get it everywhere.
Well, like Julie, she don't even tape off around the trim.
Well, I think the board is going to sit up against there, so even if I did get a little bit on here, I don't think you're going to notice it.
You basically just need a black background.
Yeah, I'm only going to do one light layer on it. I'm not going to go crazy with it. And it doesn't have to be pretty. Like I said, it's going to get covered up.
Now when I get my wood, it's 4 foot long. This is what I mean by cutting them in half. I just chop that 4 foot in half. It gives me two 2-foot pieces to put on the wall. But as soon as I'm done cutting them, I bring them over to here and I take a piece of sandpaper, and each one of them I'll scuff up the edges of them. That way those splinters, you get that little splintered edge on there. We don't want that to be showing. So we'll just take the sandpaper and go over the edges a little bit, and then we'll take them in there and we'll stain each one of them the same color as close as we can to what they are. Alright, Julie's got one coat almost finished on that, and I think that's all you're going to need,
yeah,
Julie?
just on the one, yeah.
So it don't look quite as pretty, but
don't look that bad either.
no, don't look that awful. It's just a base
Kind of
coat.
scary painting it black, but
Yeah.
it's only paint.
Yep. Alright, Julie is staining the ends of these. Now there'll still be more that we'll have to stain because we'll be making cuts. So we have different colors down here on the table.
Just something that matches close to
it doesn't have to be
the color
perfect.
of the board. And we already just had these laying around. And they do match pretty good.
Yeah. So it don't have to be perfect. It's just the end where it might have splintered up from the saw or where the saw cut it.
And if the wood shrinks anymore, you don't want to see the gaps, and then you're going to see that. So
she's just using a Q-tip.
Yeah.
Going over the edge of it.
Yeah, and then just wipe it off with a paper towel. Blends in pretty good, yeah. We have a couple different colors and some paint here to match.
The black does the dark colored ones, and the other two colors, there's an antique color and then another lighter color.
Yeah.
So we'll get these all stained up, and think the closet's almost dry. We'll get the tape off of it and we'll get started. All right.
Yep.
We'll get you guys back in here in just a little bit.
No, I like that one with the crack in it. That's pretty cool looking.
Some people say, oh, I don't like the crack. Well, the crack's the character, huh? All right, we'll get you guys back in here in a bit. Okay, I got started a little bit on the top of that pantry, and if you notice, I'm working from my top down. And the reason why is because I didn't want a wee little strip at the top. I would rather have that wee little strip at the bottom if it doesn't equal out perfect. So I'm going to show you how I'm putting this up. Now we're putting this on drywall. When we did the bottom of the bar, the peninsula there, that was plywood. This is drywall. And I'm only using a 1-inch nail, which is not very long. I could go longer, but what's the use? My drywall is only a 1/2 inch, and these are about 3/8. So we're liquid nailing them. I'm going to show you how I'm doing this first piece. So what I'm doing is I'm taking a heavy duty liquid nail, and I'm using that on my the back side of these. So not only the nails are going to hold it a little bit, but I'm counting on the liquid nail more than I am the nails to hold it. Because like I said, that's drywall, and that's not really going to hold much. So, and you don't really need a lot of liquid nail. This will be more than enough on there. And as you can see, we're just framing right around the door. Just taking our time. And what's really nice about this stuff, it doesn't have to be perfect. Nothing's perfect about it. And it looks good. Not perfect and looks good, that's my cup of tea. I like it. So we're going to continue going down that thing. And all we're doing is mixing up the colors. You just got to mix them up as much as you can. If you noticed here on the end, I just did a 45. And I'm not so sure we're going to put a trim over that or not. We don't know yet. It doesn't look bad. It may not even need trim. I mean, in your barn when it's put up, they don't trim it. So if I can keep them cuts fairly nice, why trim it, right? So it does look pretty neat. So I'm going to go ahead and see what I can get done. And I'll get you in here every once in a while and show you how far I get. So yeah, you're working with wood that's kind of recycled wood. And when you go in a barn, not every piece is perfect. As you can see, we've come down so far on this pantry, and it does look pretty good. It's turning out pretty nice. But we're getting into where we have to go around the counter and then down these sides. So it's going to get a little bit harder as it goes down.
Yeah, and those are going to be some pretty small pieces down there.
Yeah, but we'll get it. We'll take our time.
Pretty small, yeah.
We'll see what we can do, that's all.
It's taken us forever, though.
Well, I'm trying to do it.
It's very time consuming.
I'm trying to do it so I don't have to actually put a corner on this. I don't want to trim this. I would like to not trim this board. So I don't want any trim on it. So it's taking me time. We got to sand each piece, and then each piece has to be stained to match the color that the wood is. So it's tough, but we're getting it done. And honestly, it looks pretty good. I don't know if you get different angles on it.
I'm going to stand back and try to get a better view of it.
I think it looks really nice.
Yeah.
So. Now, the door is probably going to get painted another color. Maybe we'll have it done before the video's finished too.
Yeah. Because that white just sticks out too much.
Yeah.
Don't go with the theme, so it's going to have to go.
Alright, so as we go, we'll keep letting you know how we're doing. Okay, Julie has already painted the door black. And she's putting a coat of clear on there. And it's a matte finish? What is that?
Yeah, it's just a polyurethane.
It's a polyurethane.
Polyacrylic. It's clear. It's just a top coat.
And we've used like this a lot,
sealer,
right?
Yeah.
And the nice thing about this, it's a water base, and you get a decent smell off of it until it dries. Once it's dry,
yeah, it's a fast drying. It only takes about 15 or 20 minutes, and it's a clear. You can get you know, different tints, but this one we just wanted something clear.
This is super clear, right?
Yeah. It's just a sealer. It's not going to give it any.
No, it does make it a little darker. It looks like it's wet, a little bit wet, which brings out the grain in the wood. As you can see all the saw marks now, which are a lot darker, which we like.
Yeah.
So a good coat of clear. And
we already did the bar area last night.
Now, what was the reason? One of the reasons why you wanted to do this, Jewel? You said something about that.
It was like on the floor. I noticed it was dropping like just I don't know if it was sawdust or what was coming off of the wood, and I had to keep sweeping it up. I don't know if it would have stopped eventually, but I just figured if I seal it, you know, maybe we could stop it from doing that.
So it'd be like putting something rusty in your house. You want to put a coat of clear over top of it, so you know you want to scuff it off, get the loose stuff off, put a coat of clear. That way, nothing else comes off of it.
Yeah.
And of course, it won't rust anymore once you put the clear on it. So, the same way with the wood, putting a coat of clear on it kind of holds it all together. But also, they tell us, being that this is in the kitchen area, if it was in a kitchen or bathroom,
if you were using it for a backsplash or in a bathroom, anywhere where there's moisture, they want you to seal it. So that's another reason.
We're in the kitchen, and there's moisture in here.
Yeah, so. But like I said, it's just a clear coat. It's not going to really do anything besides protect it a little bit.
All right, when Julie gets it all done, we'll show you what we've done and wrap this video up. Okay, so we got the coat of clear on there, and Julie did the door in black. And I did some black switches. We changed them out and got it all finished up. I don't think we're going to trim it because it looks really nice. I mean, if we decide we want to trim it, we can. But we got such nice corners, I'm not so sure I want to cover them up. So it turned out really nice. I'm going to leave a link in the description down below for some of this wood. Now, we picked this wood up at Menards and we paid a good bit for it. And then I was looking on Amazon and I found they got a lot more choices and a lot better price. So I'll leave a link in the description if any of you are interested in that and you have a project coming up and you have a little bit of time to order it. It would probably be best to order it. You're going to get it a little cheaper. We did do the black switch or the outlet down under here too, which is nice. And I remember when I told you guys at the top we didn't want to leave a little one at the top, and as you can see right there at the bottom we have a little piece and then a little piece over there in both corners, and that's not so noticeable. So I would rather have it solid at the top. So I would like to tell everyone thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe. Leave me thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment if you'd like. Until next time.